Something that liberals do not seem to understand are hidden and unseen costs. We have been paying for the same premiums ever since Obamacare first went into effect. The only problem is that these were paid for by taxes. As such, the sheeple did not notice the cost. Most states have a single company that has a monopoly on health insurance in that state. And the prices are not listed, allowing the hospital to charge any amount that they want. As such, there is no choice for shopping around. Then these insurance companies donate to Democrats to keep the subsidies going. And none of the sheeple would be the wiser. Okay, let us look at these claims one at a time. Rich liberals not only continue to buy oceanfront property, fly around in private jets to massive international conferences, but the predictions of the alarmists have failed over and over again. There's no evidence for this friendship whatsoever. The best that the Democrats could do was doctor a photo. There's no evidence connecting President Trump to Epstein's criminal empire. The measles shot is not illegal. You can get it if you want, and then you are protected. Your body, your choice. I will take things that were never said for 500, Alex. President Trump ran on ending government corruption, as well as draining the swamp. Now, ending subsidies with little to no oversight is the definition of both. Furthermore, this whole cartoon is just an ad hominem. Ending wars is a good start for getting the Nobel Peace Prize. Stopping terrorists with no collateral damage? That is very effective. After all, Obama did drone strikes that killed untold numbers of civilians, even attacking a wedding. And he got the Nobel Peace Prize. If that is the standard, President Trump is overqualified. Oh no, the kid will stay home for a few days. It is the end of the world. I have not seen anything to indicate that this drug has been made illegal. I have not seen anything to indicate that is even being considered. However, as I have said before, unless a drug is mandatory, liberals think that it is banned. You could just as easily say that this is Bill Clinton behind bars, or Bill Gates behind bars, or Jay-Z behind bars. If Donald Trump were on that list, why did Democrats worry about the documents at Mar-a-Lago when this could have been released? As I have said before, the Democrats are not seeking justice here. Well, let us look at what the so-called journalists in the mainstream media did. They called the so-called daycare centers and asked them if they were fraudulent. Rather than going there in person, they just believed timestamps from the group being investigated, which are easy to change, rather than footage on the ground and people being questioned. They believe that thieves will break in and steal paperwork, but not computers or other valuables. Surely Mr. Jones cannot be serious. Okay, so Mr. Heller is apparently unaware of the fact that Venezuelans are celebrating. Legal immigrants and Americans from Venezuela are also celebrating. In truth, everyone is celebrating except for liberals and a few outliers. Democrats have been very quick to support a king and demand that he be returned to his throne. I would like to point out that Barack Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize, even though he used Predator drones that took out untold numbers of civilians, even at a wedding. Then used the Navy SEALs to go in and extract a high-value target from a foreign country. At no point did liberals en masse condemn him. In fact, both sides of the aisle cheered for that extraction. Democrats only condemn this one because they want to pretend that socialism could work, even though the people of Venezuela are begging Americans not to go down that route. The same people who got a tour after the doors were unlocked from the inside should not be charged with treason. Since they should not have been charged with treason, they should be pardoned for the trumped-up charges. And since they did not commit a crime, they can call out the actual invaders. There's a world of difference between the Middle East and Venezuela. The main difference is that this time, we actually were greeted as liberators. Also, unlike these three war hawks, Americans got in, got the job done, and got out. And unlike these other cases, we actually have access to the oil to pay off the cost of dethroning a king.